This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi there, I'm Nohelani Graff with your top stories from ABC 15 Arizona. As we reflect today on the 20-year anniversary of the September 11th attacks, if you are looking for a way to reflect, tributes are happening here in the Valley. The 9/11 Memorial at the Tempe Healing Field is now open. You'll find the display at Tempe Beach Park, and it is breathtaking. Volunteers showing up early Friday morning to set up all of these flags that you see. They will remain in place through the weekend. Various other tributes are happening throughout the day today and also on Sunday. One of those, a powerful display in Mesa. Families planting American flags there right outside of a fire station. This has become a tradition for one local couple leading that charge. You'll see their setup at Station 205, that's near Greenfield and Broadway. Mike is a fire captain, and now he reflects on that dark day in our nation's history.
I sat there with my brother, who was a police officer. He had come into town to see my brand new son, and we watched that with horror, knowing that brothers were going into harm's way and probably weren't coming back out.
These flags will remain on display all day today. The couple even doing something like this in Yuma in years past, but more recently they moved it closer to their home in Mesa. You know, most of us remember exactly where we were during 9/11. Many of our viewers, in fact, going to school that day as students. So what about now? Is that tragic event even taught in our classrooms? According to the governor's office, it's not a requirement, but many schools do touch on it at the junior high and high school levels. We spoke with a couple of districts to see how they're handling this anniversary. Students at Chandler Unified spending some of their class time in silence, while Mesa Public Schools had some students create a memorial with the names of the victims.
Honestly, I wasn't really educated on 9/11 throughout my years being in school. I'm now a senior, but after completing this project, this tribute, I now know more information about the attack, and I honestly didn't know how many victims were affected by this.
Governor Ducey's office saying only 14 states require schools to teach about September 11th, but he does hope to make Arizona the 15th during the next legislative session. A high bar has been set at Sun Devil Stadium ahead of tonight's ASU game. You got to look at this. The grounds crew there creating this scene right at midfield. You'll see the two towers on opposite sides of the 50. The grounds crew has made some pretty awesome designs in the past, right there in the grass. Do you see how they've etched it in? This one might be their best work yet. Now we want to get to some exclusive information on the fight against COVID-19. This morning, some ICUs once again at capacity. A source within Banner University Hospital sending ABC 15 an internal memo which states the hospital is having to open up ICU beds outside of its traditional space. So we reached out to hospital officials who sent us this statement. It reads, as has been the case throughout the course of the pandemic, we are constantly making adjustments to our staffed capacity based on patient needs and volume. This includes the opening and closing of additional units when necessary. Working around the clock to better understand COVID-19 and the many variants that arise. The virologists at ASU playing a key role in battling this pandemic. ABC 15 actually getting an exclusive look inside the COVID lab at the ASU Biodesign Institute. While experts say Delta is the most dominant strain in the world, their biggest concern right now is finding whatever the new and more aggressive variant could be, saying next generation sequencing helps them stay one step ahead.
This allows us to capture all 30,000 nucleotides of the virus genome. It tells us what mutations are coming up, what are new mutations that may cause issues with diagnostics.
And he says sequencing has been a team effort all across Arizona, with NAU, TGen, and U Arizona playing key roles. I'm Nohelani Graff with your most accurate forecast. It's going to be a sizzling weekend ahead. Today, Saturday, will still be hot. We also have an air quality alert at play, a high of 106. Slow to cool overnight, down into the 80s, though. And then tomorrow, we have an excessive heat warning as our temperatures soar close to 110 degrees. We'll be in the 80s to start the day, 90s by 9. Triple digits show up after lunchtime today, and then we reach our peak heat of 106 right around 3 o'clock through 6 o'clock. Triple digits to our south, very hot temperatures, closer to 110 to our west, stretching from Yuma through the lower Colorado River Valley. 80s and 90s across the central portion of the state, 80s north of the rim, although Flagstaff will stay in the 70s. Tomorrow, that high of 109, an excessive heat warning in effect Monday, Sunday, and Monday. So those are weather action days. And then we're going to stay hot, dry, and sunny for the rest of the 7-day forecast. But by Wednesday and through the end of the week, we slowly will trend closer to 100. Remember, you can always stay up to date with the latest headlines, weather, and traffic on our website, ABC15.com, or download our free ABC15 app. Find a way to make it a great day.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.